Hit us with a freestyle real quick. All right.
Welcome to the Big Space Show.
A moment in space.
Where each week we host artists, creatives, innovators, entrepreneurs, pioneers,
and those who wish to shape reality.
Our goal is to think, shift, transform, and better understand the shared experience we all have, life.
So sit back, stay still, stay present, and join us on this journey as we uncover the stories that shape us. Let's spend a moment in space. A moment in space. A moment in space.
Have on.
Soloseventeen.
All right, welcome. Thank you for pulling up, coming out. So first things first, tell us about your name switch, because we know that you went from Kai Moore to Soloseventeen.
Yeah, I changed my name about 6 months ago, and it was mainly because I wanted to separate myself, like, as a person from the artist. Kai is, like, my actual nickname. Like, that's been one of my nicknames. My first nickname...
Like, growing up your whole life?
yeah, my first nickname was Keister. Like, that was my nickname when I was young, like, family nickname. I don't even know. I think it's because I was like...
You said your name is Malachi.
Yeah.
Okay.
My name is Malachi, but I honestly think it was... I said was, like my name changed.
your name no longer.
Right. But yeah, I was really hype and kind of bad. And they used to call me like Keister Meister or Meister Keister or something like that. I don't know. It was one of the ways, but something like that. But yeah, that was one of the things. And then another thing is the actual name Soloseventeen itself. 17 is a very significant number to me. I got a tattoo of it and everything. I plan to get another tattoo of it. It's a little thing, but we might get into that later. But
I'm like, why? What 17 mean?
Yeah, that's
numerology.
All right, so I used to play football. Okay. Yeah, like back in the day in high school, middle school. I was decent, you feel me? I wasn't or nothing, but you feel me? I wasn't the greatest, you feel me? The team overall wasn't the greatest, you feel me? But I wasn't I could say that. But moral of the story is
what rating? Like a C?
I say a B. I say a B. A B. I had A- potential, but I was a running back, and the line was, hey, if y'all on the line, y'all watching this, forgive me, but y'all was like an F when I was playing. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what happened after, but y'all was an F when I was playing. Yeah. So, but I tore my ACL. So, you know, it's crazy because I feel like one day I'm gonna really be that old nigga that's like, I could have went to the league, but, you know, I tore my knee up. You know, everybody know an old nigga like that. I'm going to really be him because I actually tore my ACL, meniscus, all that.
Running back, does that mean you was fast? I don't really know nothing about football. For real, I just know you was running. And
Yeah. That means I was fast. If
so anybody
want
to
race. Yeah,
actually,
actually, you know, my mama's a Wyandotte legend. Shout out to her. If you know at Schlegel. She's had a record in 100 for the women's track for a while, like probably like 30 plus years. I know, maybe longer than that.
What was her time? Like 10 seconds, 11 seconds.
I think it might have been a 10 flat or 11 flat. One of them.
Wow.
One of them.
That means she was up there.
Yeah,
she was moving.
Yeah, so I had a lot of speed jokes when I was little. Older people be like, "You fast like your mama, boy." I guess, yeah. But yeah, I did track too. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I tore my ACL on October 17th. And I hated the number because football was really important to me. But because the recovery from my ACL was like a year. So I couldn't really walk for like 6 months. And the whole time I was laid up, like on the couch and stuff, because I was a very active kid. So like going from... You know, going outside every day, doing backflips, jumping off slides, doing stuff like that, crazy stuff, to not being able to walk even, I really ain't have nothing to do. So I just started writing music, working on music. And that was 2016, I believe, my freshman year.
I was going to say, how old were you then?
Yeah. My math might be off. I don't know. All I'm gonna say is
You was like 15
yeah.
then.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was 17 when I graduated from high school.
Okay, so then maybe not.
I might have been a little bit younger, maybe 14. My birthday is August 29th, so y'all out there, y'all do the math. But yeah, that's where that came from.
So
but,
it was like a period where you was moving, and then it was like you need to sit down in your life. Yeah.
That's really what made me start taking music serious, is because I have nothing else to do, and I realized that because there was a time like where I really wanted to play football, like that was the thing, and then that made me realize that I didn't have a backup. Like if football doesn't work for some reason, what else am I gonna do? And I was like, I never thought about that. Yeah. So I decided to go with music.
So was that when you were 17? Because I'm trying to connect how
No,
17
no,
became the football number was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the significance at the time period you were trying to. That's when you found music, and that number is how you kind of like
It's
came
because
up with it.
oh my fault. It's because the day that the injury happened was actually on October 17th.
Oh.
Yeah, so
And was it also your football number, or throw that out the window?
no.
Okay.
My football number was 28.
Oh,
for sure.
so on October 17th is like that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that's the day that at the time I used to say Kai Moore, but that's the day Solo-17 was born. And the solo is because anybody who knows me know I'm like a loner. Like I really be by myself. Not like in a depressing way.
Not like
I'm
emo
not
alone?
but I just
You just be like independent.
like I'm the type of person that'll go out to eat by themselves. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That mean you know yourself.
Yeah, so yeah, that's how that name came to be. And I just feel like it sounds more artistic, like, hey, play that solo, play that 17. And I feel like it flows, it sounds good, so I like
It's
it.
like SS.
Yeah.
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 That's fire. That's fire. So did you grow up? Where did you grow up? Let's take us on like a little backstory of
Okay.
like where you grew up, and then how you got to Chicago, everything like that.
Yeah, so I grew up in Wyandotte County, you feel me? Kansas City, Kansas. I actually went to Sumner Academy, so people growing up, a lot of people use that to judge me however they wanted to judge me. But I like it. I like that judgment now. Because I don't know what it is now, but it was the #1 school in Kansas when I went there. So everybody treats you different. They think we all uppity. Some of them is uppity that went there, but I'm not like that. Everybody's not. But yeah, I did go to Sumner. So that influenced me because actually that influenced me a lot growing up because, I mean, it is a great school. Showed me a lot about myself, taught me a lot about life. It's in the hood too. It's on 8th Street. So funny things from that. But yeah, that doesn't make my whole life though. That's not all me. I just went there. But that was a good part of my upbringing. That was my high school. I got to Chicago because
Cause the ACL is like whenever you tore your ACL, you were in high school.
Yeah.
So
that
that's
was my
when you
freshman
started
year.
writing music, and then you were like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna lock into music,
Yeah.
and this is how you kind of.
Oh.
Cause I'm trying to get the story of how you got to.
Yeah.
Cause you went to Columbia, right?
Yeah. I did go to Columbia. I went to Columbia College Chicago. I still go there actually. I'm
Okay.
finishing up. Yeah, I'm finishing up.
Facts.
But I just wanted to clear up something too that I did go back to playing football after. I missed a year, but I did go back. Yeah, I just wanted to let. So like if you
So
tore
that
your
was
ACL,
like your freshman year.
Yeah,
and
keep
then
going.
you went back after you got healed.
Yeah, facts. It wasn't like career ended or nothing. It just made me see things different. But
And
yeah,
open your eyes. So that's where your name came in.
yeah. And then I ended up in Chicago because, matter of fact, shout out Niecy if she somehow sees this because she didn't tell me this, but I heard she put in some type of word with me at Columbia. So shout out to Niecy if she ended up seeing this. But I wanted to go to school for like where I changed my major like 4 times. I can't remember. I believe it was music business at first. Yeah, I wanted to go specifically for music business, but it was kind of hard to find that major in a lot of places and a lot of schools. But it was there, and I ended up going and visit the school. I liked everything. I like Chicago. I feel like Chicago is like I feel like Chicago is what Kansas could be if we got to our full potential and we really supported each other. And
You mean the scene or like
yeah,
the infrastructure?
the vibes, really like how the city is, the infrastructure, all that. Because being from Kansas and then going to Chicago, I do see a lot of similarities. It's literally like Chicago is like an advanced, bigger version of Kansas. Like I could see Kansas get into not be Chicago or like somewhere similar to how Chicago is, like in terms of pace, busyness, the way it looks, everything like that. Yeah, so I think that's also what drew me to Chicago, because I seen similarities between my city and there. So yeah, so I was there for like 4 years. I plan on going back, but I don't know where I'm gonna be stationed at in life with after school. But yeah, that's how I got to Chicago.
So was your degree in like music business?
Yeah, right now it's in marketing actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I changed it from I graduated in 2020. I would have been done with school, but I was trying to graduate in general studies, and we don't have general studies. Yeah. So I changed my major like 4 times though. It was music business, then recording arts. Okay, I changed it 3 times, yeah, because it was music business, recording arts, and then marketing. So music is not really the end goal. Music is just kind of the starting point for me. I want to branch into a bunch of other things, but I kind of see myself being like a music mogul in the future. It's really nobody I can think of off tops that I want to use as an example anymore, because all the dirt all these people would be doing, so I don't really want to align myself with want to be like anybody. So I'm gonna just say a music mogul, somebody that's very tied in. I want to have a label or establishment or some sort, and have it based off the legacy I built as an artist. So that's where the importance of being a successful artist comes from, is because I want to be able to mold the next generation and have them believe that being a part of my team or whatever I'm doing is worth it, because they can look at my career or other people I've worked with and see the success that has come to them as well. So that's really why.
So would you say you want to have like a label and like a team, or like not really the details, but you want to do like music business?
Yeah.
But you
that's the
also
plan.
enjoy like
That's the
writing
plan.
music and rapping and like stuff like that.
Yeah. Music will be like me. I'm trying to get into. I plan on getting into acting. You know what I'm saying? Modeling, directing, film, everything for real. Besides editing, because shout out to the editors, but that's not for me.
Yeah.
It'd take me about 5-6 years to get decent at that. So, yeah, I don't know. They got that, but yeah, all the other stuff.
Yeah, all the other stuff cool, but
Yeah. I plan on getting into all that, and being successful with it. It's not really about money with me. It's about impact and legacy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main things I want to leave: impact and legacy.
so how would you define that?
I'm still working on that part, honestly. I just know in my heart that I want to change the world, essentially, but especially really just the world. I want to change the world through entertainment. I want to give people another point of view, another perspective through entertainment. That's my goal. And I feel like,
Do you have like a specific, or just everybody?
no, not a specific, for real. I mean, I have specifics, like
No, I mean
because
like
of marketing.
like in your own life, like your story, like the types of people you want to change, like, or something that's happened significant in your life that makes you want to change, you know, some people or.
Well, on that topic, this is like a side quest I have for the future, but this will actually give a good perspective of how I can change the world, is because mental illnesses is something that's really important to me. somebody close to me had, well, multiple people close to me have mental illnesses or have had dealt with things of that nature, and I feel like they never get the care that they need, and they always get treated in ways that, if anything, make the mental illness that they have or may not even have sometimes, it makes it worse. So I want to get to a position to where I can have like some sort of establishment or somewhere. It's like the best way to describe it is like somewhere where for people with a mental illness or anything, like they may need some type of support or somewhere to go, they can just come here. So almost like it's not rehab, and it's not like a shelter. It's like a combination of everything.
Like they have resources, they have
yeah,
like all different types of stuff.
yeah, everything.
Do you mean like in the medical way or like in like this whole healing type of way?
Yeah, it's like more of a whole healing because I realized that
Like fitness, wellness, like
everything, like really attacking, helping you have a strong mental as a human being without the help of like a medication or just the distractions of other people who may treat you a certain way because they know or don't know what you have or things like that. Because the people around me, I realized that in trying to recover themselves, their environments may not have been the best place for them to be, or the people around them may not have been best
giving
for their
them like
mindset.
a new environment.
Yeah.
Switch up.
Yeah, so like a fresh.
Ooh, that's what you should call it, a fresh start. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. So that's like one thing I want to do, or where my head is at. And then I guess that would be an example of how,
You can lead in like the music with that, because music is like a healing technique too.
Yeah, facts. So that's like the type of things I want to do, like, and that would be something like most likely would be like some sort of like nonprofit or something. I'll figure out some way, because that wouldn't be something about money. That would just be, I need to make money to be able to do it. But then once I get it established, no, that wouldn't be about money or anything. It'd just be about trying to make the world better for these people, because sometimes the support that people think other people need is really not what they need.
Facts.
Come here and get replenished. You know what I'm saying? Get your head back on right. Ain't nobody's judging you.
So you said your mantra is patience and precision.
Yes, because
Like being precise, that's what that means.
Yeah. It's actually crazy because that I came up with, this was like my New Year's resolution, and I set myself on it. Well, around New Year, obviously, but like around that time, I had watched Rhythm and Flow. Maybe a little after that. It might have been a little before that. I think it was most likely after that though, because I don't think I knew. So when I heard that, I was like, wow, I was already working on this. Yeah, but it's more of like when you wait for your opportunity, like work and make sure that when you get your opportunity,
you ready,
you execute. Yeah, you execute. So, because for me, I've been impatient. I've been working on my patience my whole life. I used to be very impatient, very hype, and very hot-headed. All things I worked on a lot, except being hype. Yeah, I don't really feel like I need to work on that. I think that's a plus. And when I don't want to be hype, there's Mary Jane for that. So, yeah, I don't really have to work on that. But the anger and the hot-headedness and the impatience, definitely been working on those. And,
how you working on them? Like you meditating?
Yes. I like to call it a unique way of meditating, because I don't
like give them the tips. Like how some people out there, some
right,
hotheads.
for sure. Yeah,
patience.
Facts. So like everybody's you have now entered meditation tips with Mr. 17. So everybody's gonna tell you should do this, you should do that. You need to do this, do that, think like this, do that, put this on, play a little bit of this, calm music, blah, blah, blah. But what I think, what works for me, what I recommend you should try, just give it one try. don't do anything, nothing at all. No music, no sound,
Just
no anything.
silence.
Just sit there in silence for as long as you need to. Whatever you think about in your head, whatever comes to your head, you must have to think about it. Once you think about it, let it go. When you re-lock in and get out that silence, you get back in your normal mode. But just like, don't do anything, nothing. Like, that's what I do. I just sit there for like 30 minutes, not do anything but just think. Just be by myself and think. Let whatever thoughts cross my mind, cross my mind. If it's good, it's bad. That's what made meditation hard for me. I'm not gonna lie, because now this probably won't work for everybody, but me, if I try to force myself to think too positive, it's not gonna work. It's just like I'm trying too hard, so I just gotta
It's because
let.
it's not real, you know. Like whatever you feel, you need to feel that.
Yeah, I just gotta let everything come to me, good or bad. I don't like holding things in. I used to do that a lot. I still do, but I try to. That's what music helps with too. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, stay still. That's what this moment in space is.
Facts.
Staying still.
Facts.
What's the biggest risk you've ever kind of taken in your life, you say?
Honestly, the biggest risk with me is getting comfortable. It's not really, I don't know if it's a risk, but the biggest thing for me and the hardest thing I say was getting comfortable outside of myself. Like, I had to get comfortable with letting people inside of my life, because if I ain't do that, it's like I can't portray my full artistry without letting people into my life. So I think I say my biggest risk is my vulnerability. And this isn't even in the songs that I've released yet. Like, the songs that I've been working on, the things that I have planned, I know it's things that I'm gonna have to do that are gonna make me extremely uncomfortable. It's like parts of myself I gotta put out there that it's gonna make me uncomfortable. I gotta let my life be more open. And like, as a isolated person, sometimes that's a difficult thing to come to terms with. And I had battles with trying to figure out the best way to portray my image and how I am as a person, because like this a little bit on a different topic, but like on that same note, it's like a lot of people had told me that when you go with an image, like, you have to stay on it, and you have to like make sure people continue to perceive you this way. And I've seen certain people that when they do things outside of that image, or they do things different, it's like sometimes it's received well, but a lot of times it's like it's seen as weird, or like, I don't know, it's just in a negative light. So, and I'm a person that I'm like, I might have this thing in my head, this thought that I want to do, and then I change my mind the next day. Like, I don't know. So I'm trying to figure out, like, when am I gonna, like, how can I be me in a way that I can keep changing without really changing? Like, I just want to showcase all of myself, basically, and I'm working on figuring out how to do that in a way that it doesn't seem like I'm trying to do too much, but it still seems real. So that's what I'm working on right now. And it's not really a risk, but it's a challenge. I look at it like.
I saw something about kind of like that, because that kind of goes into branding. Is that what you mean when you're saying like sticking to the brand, but also like being your most authentic self?
Yeah.
But it's like redefining to me what a brand is. And then when you say, okay, everything about me is a piece of artwork, then you can embody that through the camera or through your artwork or through anything you're doing. So it's like turning yourself into like a full masterpiece. So it's like you're always going to be being yourself, you know? So
Facts.
every single thing you're doing like should be looked at like this is a piece of art, this is a piece of work, and like including yourself, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%.
But that definitely is a challenge because I feel like we're in an era where it's like you need to stick to the brand, like you need to do this, you need to do that, but it's like that can be inauthentic too, because then you're not being all of you. Like it's so many sides of you. But like, you know, a little video or a song is still never gonna be the whole you. It's always gonna be a glimpse.
Exactly. Like that
like
was
even after this conversation, I'm not gonna know all of you.
Yeah, facts.
Like I was talking to someone last time. I was like, oh, I should have asked him this. Like, what's your date of birth? Like, I don't know. Like, I know some of you right now,
real.
but it's only what the viewers can see.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like when you read a book, you never gonna know. It's like when you read an obituary, like that's all that's left. So it comes down to like however you want them to remember you.
Facts. You know, I was watching this show recently. Shout out Raising Canaan. Shoot, matter of fact. Dang, I maybe shouldn't have said shout out Raising Canaan. Like you don't gotta
Raising Cane's?
Yeah, Raising Canaan because it's kind of
okay, not the restaurant.
Yeah, no, it's a show.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to say a small spoiler. So if you ain't seen season 3, episode 2, skip ahead 10 seconds. But at the end of the episode, he said it was like the message was if you know everything, you know too much. And that's why I just want to bring that up because it goes into what you were saying. Like you got to figure out how to put yourself out there, but like at the same time, like with me, I wanted to be like a mystery too. I had a phase where I wanted to be a mystery, like a mystery-esque person too. Like I wanted to put certain stuff out there, but I didn't want to put everything out. So it's like, but I'm past that now. Now I'm just trying to create at all costs, any means necessary. If this is what I gotta say to give this song the meaning that it needs to be effective, that's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I feel like it comes down to like whatever your purpose and like intention is behind the track that could give it like its full meaning, or behind whatever you're doing, music, anything, and then it's like that's you. You know,
Facts.
whatever you want to put on paper, it's like, do you see music or creating anything like there should be a lesson shared? Or do you see it as like a story, or it kind of comes down to how you view creating like a piece of art?
Yeah. With me, you know, that's
what are you trying to get out of making the song?
Yeah. Dang. Honestly, like how you just said that, like that could be a statement or a question. Like for real, like that could be a statement or a question.
Like, I feel like it's something you kind of gotta like ask yourself, like,
yeah.
And then whenever you look at like great pieces of work, like songs or something, it's like, what are they trying to say? Like, what made this a hit record?
I had an argument. Well, not really an argument. No, I ain't gonna say an argument. I had agree to disagree conversation with a professor of mine in terms of what makes a hit, because our views were different. Because we had this class. It's an online class, but basically, I had said in the class to all the artists to keep dropping your music and keep doing your thing because it's somebody out there who's gonna like it. It's just you gotta figure out how to find those people and maximize when you find those people. Mm-hmm. And the professor didn't really agree, but the basis of the conversation was a song can no. I take everything I said back. I remember the real argument now. We was talking about I basically said there's no bad songs because there's people that are gonna like every song. Mm-hmm. And he said there can be bad songs. That's where the argument came in. Okay. I remember everything now. I was telling them like my class, like if you making music, it could be bad to 1,000 people. It could also be amazing to 100,000 more people. It could also be vice versa. Like there's no such thing as a bad song. That's my take. That's what I believe. There's no such thing as a bad song. And I had got prepared to really go deep into this argument because I had pulled up the I had pulled up the definition of noise versus music and everything. I was about to go in. Like, noise is sound with no patterns, with no rhythm. I feel like if you're gonna call something a bad song, you might as well call it noise. That's my opinion.
So this goes into defining not even the language, the actual meanings of the
like
words.
I was
You
ready
like
to-
it's not a song, then
Yeah,
it's
like
noise.
yes, I was really about to cook. Like, you can't have a bad song. I had an example and everything. Like Gucci Gang, for example. Lil Pump said the same thing. Like, half the song. Some people gonna look at that as a bad song, but the numbers indicate otherwise. So is it a bad song? You get what I'm saying?
Well,
All these
it's
people
gonna be
like
subjective because if that's the
Yeah.
case, then it's bad. Like just because he don't like it, don't mean nothing.
Exactly, and
But
that's
it's the same concept can be applied to, like, because I was an art major, so like my professor, they would never say that though. They would always say art is subjective. Yo, Professor
exactly.
Lil, who is it now?
That's why I'm like, that's really what I was thinking. Like, if we was like on the street, I probably would have been like, who are you to say what's a bad song?
What was he saying?
It was just a general statement because I was saying, like, I was telling other
Because
artists.
he heard a bad song to him.
This is what makes it crazy because I was telling other artists, it doesn't matter if you make a bad song, like, keep making your music. That's really what I was saying, is keep making your music because it's not going to be bad to everybody.
Yeah.
That's the basis of my set, of what I was saying. And he came back with the rebuttal of basically saying, there can be bad songs. And then my whole argument after that, I didn't get too deep with the professor because I really ain't on that. It don't mean that much to me. I know what I think, how I feel. So I just really was going to say my piece and then let it be. Which also something that I'm working on too this year. Helps me work on my anger too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what I got to say. You're going to either understand or you not. I can't help you. I can't make you.
There is no such thing as a bad song, but that don't mean you can't grow to make better songs.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
or better pieces of anything you're doing.
Yeah, like, keep going. Yeah. Now, if every song you make is just noise, and you might need to take a break. But other than that, I mean, keep going. Somebody's gonna like it. People like all types of music. I like all type of music. I might like it. Who knows?
Yeah, for sure. I seen something that I think it was Tyler, the Creator. He was saying, like, you should keep dropping, like, no matter what, because you just building, like, a discography. He didn't say that for verbatim, but it was like he was talking about, like, keep dropping, keep posting. Like, don't just post on your story one time.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
something like that. Yeah, like, keep posting, keep making your music regardless, because it's like, okay, then wait till your song is perfect and then you never drop it, which is a big challenge. It's like either artists consistently drop, like, loads of music, or they're like, and then they're not perfecting them, they're not learning. Like, each song should really be looked at like a lesson.
Like improvement and
like,
everything. Facts.
like it's a piece of work, like you're trying to get it better, or they get to the point where, like, they're perfecting every single song and never dropping. And, like, I've been literally in both of those boats, so I'm like, I get both of those. So it's like, then you never drop, you never share your music with the world. So I feel like it's like finding that balance.
Yeah, facts.
What do you think are some, like, key qualities that contribute to your success, or just, like, in general, like a person's success? Like, what is something that you need to be successful?
Did you say 3 things? Or did you say just
Just some things.
Oh, some things. Okay. You gotta have you gotta have drive, you gotta have mad drive, and you gotta be hungry. Like, you gotta want it. Like, you gotta want whatever you're doing. And you gotta want to be the best at it. I'm trying to be the best at everything I do. I don't care if it's getting up in the bed in the morning, eating some cereal. I'm trying to be the best cereal eater, the best get up out the bedder. The best shoe tire. If I can be the best at it, I'm trying to be the best at it. That's how I look at things. And I feel like if you want to be successful, that's how you should look at things. You should never want to be second or not win. And when you don't win, bro, you can't be sour about it. It got to be a lesson, not a loss for real. So, like, you gotta want to be the best, and you gotta take your L's to the chest. Snap. But nah. Real shit though. You just gotta. That's really how I look at it. You gotta get up every day and you gotta want to be the best. When you take an L, you gotta keep going. You gotta learn from it. Repeat every day. You gotta be consistent in what you do. You gotta be consistent in life. That's what I'm trying to be. I'm working on staying consistent. And I can't think of the other word I'm looking for. I'm really trying to find it, but I can't think of it right now. But it's one more thing I'm missing right now. It's what's that word? I'm about to describe it. You might be able to help me. It's like oh yeah, discipline. That's what I was trying to remember. You gotta stay disciplined. It was like, I'm like, damn, what's the word? Like, it's not even a hard word. Like, yeah, you gotta stay disciplined. Facts.
Do the best you can. Stay consistent and stay disciplined.
Facts. Yep. All them things. Because if you stay consistent, you stay disciplined, everything else gonna fall in line. Facts.
You know, it's crazy. They used to tell us this stuff in like elementary school, in middle school, and high school, and then I feel like it's somewhere in life where like you might forget about it, but it's like they definitely try to ingrain those, but it's like it's actually facts.
Yeah. I feel like it's not effective in staying in people's minds because the way that they ingrain them is not effective. Like, they teach you these things in ways that we're not even getting. Like, and doing your homework every day, you're being taught consistency and discipline. You get what I'm saying? Especially in classes where you just gonna get the grade, you're gonna get the points regardless. It's about the little things. So that was like the stuff that I took from school that I feel like I had to make it worth it. Like, all the little things they teach you is obviously not important. It's the things that you pick up from having to get through it, basically.
Yeah. It's like the skills that they're trying to get you to do, but how do they take that from being like a checkbox to like something more like stimulating, you know?
Yeah.
So we can actually take that, but we still took it regardless. It just wasn't, you know, it was phases, I guess, of it. I don't know. I still feel like we learn it even if it's not perfect, you know? The system and the way it's designed for education, that's a whole other topic.
No,
I don't know enough about it to get into it, though.
But while we talking about like school and stuff like that, something else that school low-key taught me, like, I didn't even peep this until I was like way older. My 5th grade teacher, she used to take us I went to John F. Kennedy. If you from the city, you know John F. Kennedy. Yeah, that's where I went. They used to call it jail for kids. Oh my! It was fun though. So I don't know. If you was there, you was there. On God. But all the grades, like all the 5th graders, all the 4th graders, bada would go to recess together. But my 5th grade teacher, shout out Miss Turner, she was my 4th grade teacher too. I had the same teacher back-to-back years. But our 5th grade year, we was the only class that went to recess by ourselves. When we was in 5th grade, instead of going to recess with all the other classes, we went by ourselves. And at the time, I'm like, damn, I want to play with the other kids. Like, why we gotta go by? Like, I got friends in the other classes and everything. I'm trying to hoop with them. I'm trying to do whoop. What are we gonna do? Like, we was outside by ourselves every day. But when I got older, I ain't gonna lie, I appreciate that because it really showed me a lot. Like, it showed me you don't need to be, you can have fun by yourself. Like, that's really what that showed me, like, in the simplest way. Like, you do not need other people to be okay. I got that from going to recess alone. But that's the type of stuff that I got from school. Like, you gotta make it make sense to you. If people say they ain't learn nothing in school, that's their fault.
Yeah.
Facts.
You gotta find them.
You gotta find stuff that makes sense to you and retain it.
So what would you say is like the biggest thing you learned from like your youth? Like, what do you want to tell the audience?
You gotta before you win. So when you up, it's cool. I mean, it might not literally be cool, but like, you have to up before you win. If you only succeeded in life, when you finally take an L, you're gonna be up. Like, you're not gonna be able to handle it. Sometimes you gotta have stuff and then lose it before you can understand what to really do with it or how to manage it.
Yeah, be grateful.
Yep. If you have some things and you get them too fast, you lose it, or you gonna mess it up for real. You gonna really be messed up. So If you fuck up, shit, you gotta fuck up before you win. That's what I say. You gotta fuck up before you win. Facts. Life is not perfect. If you expect me to be, open your eyes.
Facts. That's the real. That's the real. Okay, so let's get into your music because we're gonna wrap it up a little bit. Let's talk about like what you're dropping, what you plan to do, what you want to share, all that.
So, as far as dropping, I say really just lock in with my social because I'm gonna be doing a lot of posting. Right now, I'm just working on the real music while I'm doing that. So,
All right, so Solo17 got some music.
Yep.
Stay tuned. It's coming out, but follow him on his socials because it's finna pop out. Go to the socials. We got some projects coming, some singles, all that.
facts. I'm finna show y'all I can rap right now, and then I'm gonna show y'all I can make hits a little bit later. So lock in with me, for sure.
Okay, let's do a little freestyle. I'm finna hit a beat real quick.
Okay.
It's a
Okay. All right. Look, before you beat the game, you gotta learn it first. Okay. Before you beat the game, you gotta learn it first. I ain't even tripping with it, as long as we make it work. I ain't even tripping with it, as long as she make it twerk. I told her I am not your last nigga, dog ass a twerk. And that nigga ain't got shit on me. I'm the reason. No, you good. No, you good. No, you good. I'm trying to slow down a little bit.
This low key hard. Like I don't know how to keep
got
going with the music. I'm off beat.
And that nigga ain't got shit on me. Hey, and that nigga ain't got shit on me. I'm the reason why she made a current nigga history. Hey. Little something like.
Hey, okay, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I need to pull up some beats for a little thing though, but it's on my phone.
Yeah,
Dang.
it's true. For sure.
I just sent some random ones. I don't even know what they sound like. Let me hear this. Okay, it's a surprise. Hit us with a freestyle real quick. All right.
Mr. Rack, stature, snatcher, I ain't average. The only time you niggas feel is on matter, If you don't pay the price and you can't have it, I don't even like, Okay, Mr. Rack Stacker, I ain't average. If you okay. Alright, bet. Mr. Rack Stature, snatcher, I ain't average. The only time you niggas be in the field is on Madden. If you don't pay the price, then little nigga, you can't have it. If you don't pay the price, then you don't need nigga. Okay, I don't even like to spend money. I like to have it. Addicted to this shit. I'm something like an addict. You can't even try to play with me. I rehab it, Bro can't even keep the blick on him. He don't like the static,
Hey, Solo17 just got it like that.
Oh, God, something light on.
Hey.
Hey, man, don't be grilling me too much. I'm really a writer, you feel me? But, hey,
that was
we
fire.
can freestyle a little bit, for sure.
It was like a random beat. Like, that was fire.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. Y'all heard a little snippet, so go check out Solo17 on all social media. Finna have some music sliding through, sharing your success stories, your lessons, everything. Like, really appreciate you coming on.
For sure. Shout out to you. Shout out to Big Space. Appreciate y'all. And tap in with Big Space as well.
All right, stay tuned. Thank you for spending a moment in space with Big Space Studios, Solo17. And we'll see y'all in the future.
Yep.